Hmm. The Forgotten Ones is here. Hello, Austin. Welcome, my young friend. How are you? Did you watch that video of mine? How to correctly copy and paste your link to your YouTube video? Oh, good. Glad to hear it. Yes, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Because I tried and tried and tried to put a link to some of my, or one of my YouTube videos, and I got hit in the head with a bird nest, and it just kept going off into cyberspace. Oof, off did it go. Yeah, and until I made friends with a chap I met on one of the broadcasts from Stonefort in Illinois, and he showed me how to do it. He's a computer professional. It took him an hour to find out how to do it. So what chance would have I had? I'm a mere tyro when it comes to these things. But yeah, I was glad to find out how to do it. It's so simple. I don't know if many people know how to do it, but anyhow, they do now if they want to watch the video. Yes, I'm hoping Wild Kid Crazy will pop in, because I want to thank him for being... Kira H is watching. Hello, Kira H, and welcome. Yes, Wild Kid Crazy became my 105th subscriber on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to give a shout out to him. Well, I already have, haven't I? It's a very wet night here tonight. It's a Saturday night, 9:39 p.m, February 6th, and it's been wet all day. But I don't mind the wet weather. It's shipping out on the 20th. Ah, okay then. The 20th of this month. 20th of February. Well, I wish you well, you and all your comrades. How long's your deployment for? As I said, I've got much respect for the men and women of the armed services and the police forces all over the world. Dustin P is watching. Hello, Dustin P, and welcome to the broadcast. So how long is your deployment for, Austin? A year over in Iraq. Well, just take it one day at a time, my young friend. One day at a time. That's all you can do. Okay, that's good. Well, from what I know on the news, there's not that much conflict in Iraq of late. It's it seems to be centered in a couple of other smaller countries. Jessica M is here. Hello, Jessica M, and welcome. What is it, Syria? There's a lot of action going on in Syria at the moment, and the Australian forces are over there as well. In fact, we have forces all over the world. We're allies with the United States. So whenever there's a conflict the United States gets involved in, the Australian forces go over there too. Wasn't it the earthquake in Taiwan? What a terrible thing. Poor people. Killed while they were sleeping in their beds. Those buildings toppled. You just can't fight Mother Nature. No, it's a law unto itself. Oh, Miss Little Murder is here. Hello, Tiff. Yes, the world is in a bit of chaos of late, isn't it? With all the refugees, all the immigrants, all those people have lost their homes, especially from Syria. Yes. It's a big global problem. I mean, we're talking about millions of people. I just changed the subject. I just watched the first episode again of the new series of the X-Files. I really enjoyed it, and they were putting on an encore. They called it an encore presentation, but it's a repeat. It's a fancy word for repeat of the second episode as well. But I wasn't as keen on the second episode. But the third episode tomorrow night, Sunday night, here at 8:30. Oh, you have to pardon me. I've been subjected to this pain in my side, and it's not to do with my appendix. It's way up near the rib cage. What do you mean by that? Is encore too hard? And it's T-double-O, by the way. What do you mean, is it too hard? Oh. Yes, I'm a bit early tonight because I've turned the television off. There really isn't much else to watch, and I'm not a big television fan. Sooner put on a DVD or watch some documentary on YouTube. And Miss Little Murder hasn't answered me. She probably took offence to my correcting her grammar. But I'm a stickler when it comes to grammar. I really am. I don't know if I'll be doing a long broadcast either. I know I've said this time and time again. But there was something very interesting said in that episode of the new X-Files. They were talking about taking over the world. Well, actually, I read an article. It may have even been a video or documentary on YouTube. Want to hear the ending of what? No, I don't want to hear the ending. I don't want to hear anything. Shy Gamer is here. Hello, Shy Gamer, and welcome. No, I do not want to hear what's going on in the new X-Files series. Don't spoil it for me, please. If you do that, I will never talk to you again. I don't want to know what two characters die. No, I don't want to know. Don't spoil it for me. I'm not even going to try and guess because I don't want to know. Oh. But please, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Well, I'm not going to look. It's raining heavy now. As I said to Austin, the Forgotten Ones, we've had a lot of rain here today, and now it's starting to rain very heavy. And if it gets too loud, you probably won't be able to hear. Yeah, I'd love the rain too. At the moment, it's just reasonably gentle on the iron roof of the shed, but when it gets very, very hard, it's deafening in here. The whole shed acts as an amplifier. I like the rain when I go camping on the canvas. I like rain when I'm lying in bed, but I've said that before, so I won't bore you with it again. But yes, there is a secret society, as a matter of fact, that has stated that the present population, world population of 7 billion plus, cannot be substantiated, and it's time to reduce it by at least half. So who would know what gets in the mind of these small but very wealthy minority groups? Who knows what power they have to do that? And they could probably do it too. Wouldn't be surprised at all. But it's true in one way. We just can't go on the way we are. We can't just keep having a population explosion. But we've got a new virus out. What is it? The Zika virus? See those poor children born because the effect of it. Abnormal heads. Something new happens all the time, isn't it? Yeah, and there's no cure for it either. I don't know if any of you saw it, but I recorded my first vlog with 1G today, and I called it At Home with the Hamptons. It was just a pretty boring sort of thing, probably bore you to tears, but or bore the living daylights out of it. But I uploaded it. I've got a few views, and but I don't expect to set the world on fire with it. I was hoping my short video, Ancient Heritage is watching. Hello Ancient Heritage, and welcome. I was hoping that short video might have gone viral, but I suppose it could if enough people share it, right? All the comments I've had said it was funny. It wasn't funny for me at the time. No, it wasn't funny for me at all. It hurt like hell. Boy, whack. It was like getting hit in the head with a hammer. Oh, boy, did I have a rotten headache after, I can tell you. But when I got around to editing it, I laughed because it was funny. But, so all you folks out there, you know, just share the video. Help it go viral. Make an old man happy. Let me have a viral video. Oh, I'm nearly out of tea. No, I should have got a fresh mug of tea before I started this broadcast. My younger son's visiting. He's up in the lounge room with his mum. He's watching. Yeah, I am, aren't I? I should really keep a pot of tea down here. I've got a smaller microwave, but at the moment it's in the back of my four-wheel drive, and my four-wheel drive is in a workshop getting fixed. Yes, it's a good drink. Not tea bags, though. No. Yes, I should have the microwave here and the pot of tea, and I've got a little refrigerator here, the one I take camping with me, so I can keep milk in it. O Clan Man is watching. Welcome, O Clan Man. This is the first. I don't remember you, so welcome. Yeah, so I should do that. But then I'd have to get up, and you'd be looking at the chair, and it'd be empty, and that's kind of rude. Yeah. I drink Narada leaf tea. It's an Australian tea, and I brew it. You know, you put 3 scoops in the teapot and boiling water. You let it sit for a few minutes. But I make a big pot, so what I got to do is go up to the house and nuke it. But that was in my blog, At Home with the Hamptons. I should have called it, as I said in the introduction, Home with the Hampton, me, because you'll never see my wife. If I continue with the vlogs, you'll never see my wife. She won't appear on camera. Yes, it's a good tea. It's the only beverage I drink, and it's a... matter of fact, I went to town shopping today. I had to go in late to get some milk, and they had it on special, so I always stock up when it's on special. I bought 15 packets. I don't want to run out of my favourite tea. And as usual, I really haven't thought of a topic to discuss, or topics, except what I mentioned earlier about these this group who planned. How do people get manipulated? That's a good question. Hello, Double X Rad. You've been sure, have you? Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for your comment too. Well, they can use mind control. I suppose they could use drugs. If you've ever been, if you've ever been to a seminar where, say, a non-smoking seminar, good on you. Thank you very much. Where people talk about either stop smoking or positive thinking, these sort of things. You know, it's like a a religious gathering, if you will. It's the same sort of thing where they go on, and people get caught up in mass hypnosis sort of thing. Oh yes, 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 yes. I can do that. And at 5 minutes after they step outside, they think, what? It wears off. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly how they can get people manipulated, but it happens all the time. Your phone's going to die. Goodbye, then Miss Little Murder. Why do these people become members of cults? They get under the influence of a cult leader. It's on 14%, that's getting low. But I think people get manipulated all the time. In one sense, when you think about it, the commercials we see on television is a form of manipulation. They keep putting it on and on. They sort of brainwash you. To watch this show and watch the other show and something else. It just drives me nuts. It puts me right off the shows. When this new series of The X-Files was, before it happened, before the first episode, it was just, the ads for it were just virtually non-stop. It just went on and on and on and on. Eventually, every time a commercial break came on, I hit the mute button. And we've got a show out here called I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. You probably have it in the United States. Yeah, well, don't tell me the deaths, please. Otherwise, I'll have to flag you. Red flag you. I don't want to know who dies in the X-Files. I want to see it for myself first. So, don't be a lousy, rotten egg and tell me, please. You better go and charge your battery. The best. I was waiting for, I was hoping Wild Kid Crazy would be here because he became my 105th subscriber to my YouTube channel. I was going to give him a shout out, so I already have. I've done it twice now. Thank you for that. Maybe I should stick around for 3 or 4 hours to see 1,869 fans pop in. But thank you for doing that. 1869. That was 7 years before the Battle of the Little Bighorn. Yeah, 1876 that was. Yeah, there's only one survivor of that, There was a photographer named Kellogg. Yeah, he happened to survive that massacre. Yeah, but no one survived the Alamo. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, no one survived the Alamo. Not Jim Bowie. Who else? Notre Dame football coach. Hello and welcome. Oh, not Notre Dame football. Pardon me, I'm sorry. 550. Oh, geez, that's got to add up in it. We're going to have 2,300, 2,200 fans. That would be something. I wonder if that'd be a record. I wonder if I stayed here long enough. No, I end up falling asleep in the chair. Not like some of these, the sleeping squad. I've said this before, I know, but I don't understand that. I don't know, maybe they go up to a higher level, do they, the longer they've been on air or not, but I'm not going to do that just for the sake of going to a higher level. I couldn't care less what level I'm on. It says I'm 72% to level 12, but I don't care. Doesn't bother me. I don't do it for that, I just do it because I like doing these broadcasts, even if I don't know what I'm going to say. It's good fun. Just like I have with my YouTube channel. It's just fun. Good fun. And when both stop being fun, I will stop doing them. But I can't see that happening. No, not for a while. Although the way I'm feeling tonight, that's a good question, Notre Dame. I have a friend in the United States who I talk to on Skype, and he has a young friend named Hayley Knox, who is a singer-songwriter. And he said, she's live now, John. Would you have a look at her broadcast? So I did. And I watched a little bit of it, and she's very talented. But she's not the only talented young woman out there. Okay, yes, please email me. Absolutely. Yeah. So anyhow, my friend George is a very good friend of hers, and that's how I got on the YouNow. And I thought, oh, this looks interesting. YouNow. Yeah, I might join this. So that's a start. That was about 4 weeks ago, I think. And so I broadcast at least every night. Sometimes I go in the early afternoon too. Yes. So and I've met I've met a few nice people too. There's a couple of extra people I talk to on Skype, and I like talking to them. One's Minnie Mittenland, and the other is the computer specialist, Adam Reifers, who showed me how to properly copy and paste a YouTube link into comments on your profile page. So I uploaded a video about it, because you can't just copy and paste. You know, the normal copy and paste you're all familiar with, it doesn't work. It just disappears into the ether, cyberspace. So we spoke for nearly 2 hours the first time, and it took him an hour. Donate to my camera fund. That's him. Donate to the camera fund guy. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just an ordinary bloke. Nothing special about me. I've got no special talents, no special skills. Man of many trades, master of none. That's me. And I'm retired now. I've been retired for 3 years. Yes. Yes, yeah. Donate to my camera fund. He wants to get... I've got 2 Logitech C920 webcams. And the reason I've got 2 is because when I first started doing the broadcast, after 15 or 16 minutes, the audio got mixed up. It made a lot of funny noises and my voice went funny. And I thought there was something wrong with the microphone in the camera, the Logitech camera. So I went and bought a new one, but it wasn't the camera at all. It was the microphone in the inbuilt web camera, compromising the microphone or phones in the Logitech C920 camera. And I had to get an IT professional out here, one I always use, and he sorted it out. Although it took him a little while. I do a little bit of work in my shop, but most of my metal work's done outdoors because I can't weld and use the plasma cutter indoors. There's too many flammable things around. And there's gas cylinders down the back here when I take camping with me. Can't risk it, so I've always got to work outside. And because it's either been too hot and humid or now it's raining, I haven't been doing any work at all. My wife wants me to make her some flamingos, metal flamingo sculptures for the garden. So I'll get around to doing that. Oh yes, I've got a lot of stuff in here, believe you me. Yes, it's an accumulation of many, many decades. But yes, that's the trouble when you've got to do your work out of doors. You're subject to the weather. It's the same when I'm recording my videos, my YouTube videos. I do most of my recordings outdoors, and I use the back garden as a backdrop. Oh, sometimes I'll do them right here at the desk when I do an introduction or something like that. But hello, little Miss Murder must have gone. She must have decided. Yeah, so I make some metal sculptures when I get around to doing them. Yeah, I've made quite a few. They're all in my wife's gardens, back and front gardens. Well, I've got plenty of metal around. In fact, at the moment, I'm thinking I've got a fold-out camper unit on the back of my four-wheel drive. No, I've never carved wood. No, I've never done that. It's never interested me. So yes, I've got a fold-out custom-made camper unit on the back of my four-wheel drive, and I'm thinking of taking off and putting on a trailer, and then I'm going to build a canopy on the back of the four-wheel drive so I can put my camp refrigerator, which runs off gas and electricity, 240, but I run it on a gas bottle, and put in my bed, and so when I pull up for the night, when I go away, my bed's already made up, and I've got somewhere high and dry. Because I go away during the winter time. I spend the winter season away from home, and my wife is glad to get rid of me. No, she enjoys being alone, being home by herself. You know, she can never leave the house as it is. She's always got to change things. I hope that's a compliment. I hope you're not being sarcastic there. No, like we've been married nearly 42 years, and it doesn't hurt to get away from each other now and then. And I really look forward to going bush for the winter. And I've got somewhere to go. I've got a cousin who owns a rural property, and I go and camp on the top of the mountain on his property. Oh, it's great. Absolutely great. The peace, the quiet, the solitude. Heaven. Because I live, thank you, I live in suburbia, you know. Where the houses are only separated by a fence and thick veneer walls. Not my cup of tea at all. It gets too noisy at times. But, yeah, that's why I look forward to getting away. And I'm getting on, and it won't be long before I won't be physically capable of doing it, I suppose. But hopefully they won't be for a while. But when you get older, the things that you used to do with such consummate ease become that little bit harder and harder and harder. I used to be able to drive 1,000 kilometres in a day, but now I'm lucky to drive 400. And my cousin's property is 880 kilometres away from here, so I spread it over 2 days. Yeah, nothing like it, is there? Especially during the winter when you can have a lovely campfire going. I just love it. But I don't rough it, not anymore. No, those days are gone. I've been a hunter and a shooter for over 50 years, and I used to go hunting. I started hunting in my late teens, and there was a group of 4 of us, and we roughed it in those days. We had none of the mod cons you got today. Nothing at all. I think we had an old blue esky, which was mine, sleeping bags, our rifles, some canned tucker, and an old tarp that we used to... Do you? What, some sort of dystrophy, is it? Muscle dystrophy? MS? Is it MS? Multiple sclerosis? I've heard of that. Yes, I have heard of that. Does it make life difficult for you? Because I suffer from emphysema. Yes. Well, that's it. You've got to remain positive. You know, I suffer from emphysema, and that's what makes it hard for me. I get breathless very easy, and but you've got to remain positive. That's why I do these broadcasts. That's why I've got my YouTube channel. That's why I metal sculpt, do metal work, and write. You know. You've got to keep yourself busy. You've got to remain positive. You can't let these things get you down. Although I suppose in the end they will. You know, I can see that there's no cure for emphysema, and I assume there's no cure for the disease that you suffer from. But maybe there will be. You know, it's what's going to happen tomorrow. You've got to remain positive about things. No sense sitting around feeling sad and sorry for yourself. No, to hell with that. No. No, even though it's hard, I still like to get away with it. I went shopping this afternoon, and when I was walking back to the car with the bag full of groceries, I became very breathless. I didn't think I was going to make it back to the car, but it's the humidity. See, it was a rain here, it's 100% plus humidity, and it really plays up with me. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to make it back to the car here, but you just will yourself on. Susan 7 Heard, hello. Yes, hello. Oh, okay. Well, it's a shame our little Miss Murders, whatever it is, has gone. She's a real, well, sometimes she can be a real pain in the backside. I'm glad she didn't tell me who dies in the X-Files. I would have flagged her if she'd done that. I really would have. Because I don't do that sort of thing. I wouldn't spoil a show for anyone. No. I think she was joking, but you know what? Last night's episode, I think I got trolled. I'm not sure, but a young fellow came on later in the broadcast and he said he was in two minds about whether he was homosexual or not. But I don't know. When I was thinking about it later on, I think he was trolling me. And if he was, I'd feel like a bit of a fool for falling for it. But I wasn't to know. I thought he was being genuine. But in retrospect, yeah, I think he was having me on. I don't know. He was just so, yeah, I agree. I think he was. He just went on too much about it. You know, and you don't talk about that sort of thing on social media, the way he did. And of course, my heart went out to him, and I felt sorry for him, only being a young bloke. And no fool like an old fool, I guess. Just like on Skype today, I accepted an invitation from a contact, and I knew it would be. She turned out to be one of these women who has these sex sites or whatever it is. I'm not interested in that sort of stuff. So I flagged her. I got rid of it. Not interested. Yeah. And it happens on Facebook too. And it happened twice. A couple of women asked me to friend them. I did, and I found out that they were doing the same thing. So I flagged them too. Like I said, I'm not interested in seeing them flaunting themselves, and they probably want you to pay for it. No. If I want to see naked women, I could watch a porn movie. For free. Still. I suppose there are those who think that sort of stuff's okay. And you've got the phone services out here, they charge $3.75 a minute just to listen to a woman talking dirty to them. Wouldn't take long to run up a $50, $60, $70 phone bill, would it? Okay, Susan 7 is talking to Notre Dame. Yeah, not to me. Sometimes I get confused. I'm not sure they're talking to me or to someone else. Yes, I must look up that Gideon Barre. I have heard of it. I'll look it up on Google later on. Oh, the rain stopped. Yeah. Can't have everything. O.C. Landman. Is John glitching for others, or is it just... That's a rather abstract comment. I don't know who he or she is talking. I assume it's a he. But you never know, do you? I don't know what's going on there. Someone make a comment about something we can talk about, because I've run out of thoughts. Look at my hair sticking up here. No, it didn't make any difference. Well, I'm out of tea. Yeah. It's something of a hallmark for my broadcast. I always have a mug of tea here. And I've already been on for 35 minutes. My, how the time flies. No one's making any comments. What can we talk about? Yeah, tea is good. Yeah, tea is good. Maybe I should have made some notes. No, I haven't got any notes. I've got plenty of jottings here because, as I said, I'm a writer. I've written 5 novels. I've got 2 works in progress. Yes, I was diagnosed with depression in 1996, and I'm still suffering from it, and I take my medication every day. Yes, that was a very bad period of my life. It just struck me out of the blue. But after several visits to a psychiatrist and talk and medication trials, I finally found one that worked, and I've been taking it ever since, in a lower dose. I'm the Dude Man is here. Hello, I'm the Dude Man. I just got a little pop-up here. It says, breaking, Sean, end bullying now is live. I agree, end bullying. Not going to happen. Goes on all the time. There's some things you can change and some things you can't because there are always bullies around. Always has been, always will be. There were bullies when I went to school, primary school, high school. But if you fight back, then they don't bully you anymore. And they tried to bully me, but I fought back. Funny thing is, sometimes you become good friends with them. Especially when you lay them flat in their backside and they don't expect it. But there's more to bullying now. There's bullying on all social media, which is tragic because a lot of young people have taken their lives because of it. Sad, isn't it? Ruben. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, there's one. There's one. We've only got 1,868 to go. Yeah, and welcome to the broadcast. Ruben. Ty. There's some of these usernames are very hard to pronounce. At least my friend George isn't on here yet. I hope he doesn't come on to tell you the truth. He's always going on about his username. I see it as Poopania. P-O-O-P-I-N-I-A. Sounds to me like Poopania, but he's saying, no, that's not what it is. Oh, so-and-so. He goes on rants and raves. In fact, we had a very brief discussion on Skype. And he started screaming at me about something or other, and I hung up on him. And I had to. I'm not going to tolerate this sort of behaviour. No way. I'm not going to have someone screaming and ranting and raving at me. I'll just hang up on him. But yes, bullying is a problem. I know the schools do their best, but what can you do about social media? I don't know. Oh. I feel like I'm falling to bits today. It's just been one of those days, you know, one of those days. But I don't mind the rain because I don't feel guilty because I'm not doing anything. Now you can put your feet up, doesn't matter. You can go, oh well, nothing I can do. But when it's nice and fine and you're sitting inside, you think, well, I should get outside and do something. Because I don't like sitting around indoors for too long. Night time's different. or even though I'm a night person. But I'm rambling on about really nothing, aren't I? Maybe I should end the broadcast, because no one's given me any suggestions. Something to talk about. I was hoping little Miss Murdered, or whatever her name is, Tiff would be here. She thinks she knows it all. And I was going to put some questions to her, see if she knows as much as she thinks she knows. And but she's gone, charging her battery. I wouldn't be surprised if she came back though. Yeah, she's a feisty one. There's no doubt about that. I mentioned a few broadcasts ago that I must have had a dead mouse in my shed office, but the smell's gone. Thank goodness. And I don't. Shy gamer is it yet? I screw goats. I screw goats. Welcome, I screw goats. Do you really? No, you don't, do you? I screw goats. These usernames, really. This bloke's got a sense of humor, or maybe it's a woman. I don't know. You really can't tell, can you? Yes, another one person with a sense of humour. That's good. I've got a pretty good sense of humour. I don't know. I could tell you a joke. You might have heard it before. Thank you. I will return the gesture when this broadcast is finished. I'll tell you a joke. My younger boy told it to me some time ago, and you may have heard it. I think it was even on Facebook. But here goes. A burglar breaks into a house in the dead of night, a torch lighting his way. He enters the lounge room, spots a cabinet against the wall with a DVD player in. He goes to it, unplugs. Jesus is watching you, says a voice. Startled, he shines the torch quickly all around. Sees nothing, shrugs it off. In the same cabinet is a television. He goes to it, unplugs. Jesus is watching you, the voice says again. Freaked out, he looks all around, taking his time, and suddenly the torchlight spots a parrot in a cage. He goes to the cage, shines the torch at the parrot. Jesus is watching you, says the parrot. The burglar says, who are you to be telling me Jesus is watching me? My name is Moses. Ha, he scoffs. Moses? What kind of family would name a parrot Moses? The same kind of people who named a Rottweiler Jesus. I laughed my head off when I heard that. I thought that was hilarious. I'm not getting any ha-has. Maybe it was the way I told it. Anyhow. I guess you must have heard the joke before. Huh? He took two of each animal, but how many animals, I have no idea. I still don't think it was possible for Noah to take two of each animal onto the ark. You know, no matter how big the ark, would have been bigger than the Titanic, with all the animals that were supposedly around at the time. Could you imagine the stench? Yeah, Noah. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Moses was the Ten Commandments, yes. Yeah, Noah in the ark. No, I don't think it would have been possible. I think it's a legend. I think it's a fallacy. Although they reckon they found the ark. What is it, Mount Ararat in Turkey? Remains of the ark? Yes. Now you see, isn't it funny how you can just miss that? I just, how many animals, and I just dismissed Moses. Yeah, Noah. No, I don't think it would have been possible. How would he summon all those animals? All right, I suppose people say, well, it's the power of God. God got all the animals there. Ray Charles' wife, No, no, I haven't. But Ray Charles has been deceased for a long time, and no, I've never seen his wife. Sean B is here. Hello, Sean B. Or am I thinking of the wrong Charles, Ray Charles? And oh, Barry. I'll give you that one. Yeah, you sucked me in there, you did. Good one. Very good. Very good indeed. Yes, some of you will know that I am an atheist, and I have read portions of the Bible, and I just think it's a good story. I think all of it's fiction, or most of it's fiction. It's a good read, I suppose. If you read the modern Bible, without all these and thous and what have you. That's only my opinion. I'm waiting for it, Sean B. Thrill me with your acumen. Sean B's busy typing. You want to hurry up, I'm going to fall asleep. My favourite singer, Neil Diamond. No second thoughts. I think Neil Diamond's a fantastic artist, brilliant singer-songwriter. One believes in nothing. No, that's not true. Atheists don't believe in God. Atheists don't believe in creation. They believe... okay, you're a country and western man. I'm not a fan of country and western music. You know, there's creation. I believe in evolution, the Big Bang Theory, spirits. Yeah, I believe in spirits. I see things in my peripheral vision at times, like shadows. I've not heard a foreigner. No. I think before Neil Diamond, I was a fan of the Beatles when they first came out, because that was in 1963, I think it was, and the world got obsessed with Beatlemania. And they were good in their early days. They were simple songs, but they were enjoyable. Oh, okay. The one album. Well, I think Neil Diamond's Hot August Night was one of the best albums of all time. Yes, and then I was a fan of the Monkees. Watched a television show when I was a kid. Went and saw the Monkees in concert when they toured Australia in 1967. And oh, there are other groups I like, but I wasn't a fan of the Rolling Stones, but they're still going strong. A group of geriatrics, and damn good luck to them. Fit. Fit sounds like my papa. Fit. And of course, I liked Beach Boys. Yeah, they were okay. Jimi Hendrix was okay, a brilliant guitarist who ruined his life with drugs. And, well, a lot of them did. A lot of them ruined their lives with drugs. You saw the Beach Boys. They've had a reunion only lately, I believe. Yeah. But it's, you know, it's getting we're all getting older now from those days. I mean, John Lennon's gone. He was killed. And Ross Wilson, wasn't he from Eagle Rock, didn't he? Ross Wilson, if I'm thinking of the same one. Daddy Cool? I think Ross Wilson, Daddy Cool. Yeah, Eagle Rock, that was a good song. Yeah. And I liked ABBA when they first came out. I thought their songs were quite brilliant. But, there's been quite a few groups. Never been a fan of Kiss, or I'm not into hard rock or Metallica and that sort of stuff. Does nothing for me. Don't like rap. I don't think that's music at all. Can't stand it myself. In fact, there's not many artists of today. Fleetwood Mac was okay. Now they've had a comeback too recently. Didn't some member of the Fleetwood Mac just die recently? The guitarist, one of the founding members of Fleetwood Mac. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. But yes, John Lennon. What a tragedy that was when Mark Chapman shot him in the back in 1980. He certainly lost a great talent. And then George Harrison passed away several years ago. There's only Paul McCartney, Sir Paul, and Ringo Starr left. Ringo Starr still looks good. So does Sir Paul. Yeah, brilliant singers, songwriters. And yes, but most okay. But no, I'm not really a fan of any of today's singers. I mean, I like Taylor Swift or whatever. No, I'm just not really a fan. But she's very successful for such a young woman. She's very talented, no doubt. I mean, she had a YouTube video that got over 1 billion views. So she's a nice bit of pocket money. Huh? She would have picked up about $10 million for that. Terrific. Good luck to her. Yeah. And there's that Molly Cyrus. I can't stand the bar of her. She's just a show-off. She's going to clean up her act a bit. Justin Bieber's another one I can't stand. He was okay when he first came out, but now he's just a smart aleck. He's just plain obnoxious, to my mind. I don't even know why they'd bother having in that new Zoolander movie. I wasn't a fan of the first one. Just seeing the previews of it was enough for me to turn off. I don't mind Ben Stiller, but I didn't like Zoolander. Marmaluke, welcome. Yes, I'm okay, thank you. Well, sort of okay. I'm still here. I'm still among the living. And how are you? I hope you are well. Marmaluke, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. Yes, thank you very much, Marmaluke, for the 50 likes. Thank you. That's very generous of you. Yes, just waking up. Mia 055. Japanese girl. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Mia 05. And welcome. No, I didn't, but the stench is gone. So, that's one good thing anyhow. I couldn't find it. That's not surprising when you see my shed. No, thankfully, it probably got blown by some flies, and now the maggots ate it all up, and it's all gone. Thank goodness for that. The strange thing is, I never had a blowfly in the shed because they often lead you to where the carcass is, but no, wasn't a single blowfly in here. Very strange. Anyhow, actually, we had a dead mouse in the house. A dead mouse in the house. Yeah. And my wife was cleaning out a pantry, and she happened to find it there. It was just, well, virtually liquid. It would have turned her stomach, but she cleaned it up and disinfected it all. Mice. And it's only because we've got my son's pet galah here, and he's always putting seed on the floor. And they're all fat little mice, because they've got a smorgasbord of good tucker. But they've got to keep the bird here because he's not allowed to keep it in the flat. He rents with his girlfriend. So that's the way it is. And you know what? He'll probably end up living for about 60 more years, because they do. And most. Oh, well, thank you very much. Yes, that's my most successful upload, Emphysema Men. I think I'm over 12,000 views now. Yeah, I found out it was motivational and inspirational to quite a lot of people. But that's my attitude to things. I just don't let it get me down. It does physically get me down sometimes, but it quickly passes. I thankful for my medication, of course. Yeah, but yeah, you can't let these things get you down. You just got to keep on keeping on. Because if you just give up, you'll die. So there's a lesson, my friends. Keep on keeping on. Then you live your life one day at a time. Pardon me. Oh, did you? Last night's broadcast. Oh, thank you. Are you talking about that young boy, for instance, who said he thought he might be homosexual? Oh, keep on keeping on. Yeah. If that's what you're referring to, O.C. Landman, I think I was trolled on that. I didn't know it at the time, and I just gave some advice. I was also watching another broadcast before that. Lyndon and others, the UK comedian, and there was a young girl on there, a young schoolgirl, and she was obviously very introverted, and she was very anxious. Better than most Aussies, eh? I think most people have a positive outlook on things, but life can get you down at times. You know, we all have our crosses to bear, but some have heavier crosses than others. And there are a lot of people worse off than me. Thank Chanter Toravillis. I will return the gesture when I finish this broadcast. Yes, we've all got our crosses to bear, each and every one of us. But some just have heavier crosses to bear than others. And there's always those far worse off than you. Yeah. Yes, that's what keeps me, brings me back out of, if I'm feeling a little bit blue, I just think of someone who's far worse off than me, like a young man I saw not long back who had no arms. And what hands he did have were just resemblance of things just dangling from his shoulders. You're in your 20s. Well, you got a long way to go in life, my young friend, and who knows what the future might hold for you, for all of us. Oh, thank you. That's one of these good nights. Oh, it's raining again. Oh, the sound of the precipitation. No, I'm optimistic. I mean, medical science is working wonders these days, and who knows, tomorrow they might find a cure for emphysema. Maybe they might find a cure for the disease that affects your muscles. You know, that they've made inroads into multiple sclerosis and muscle dystrophy. So who knows what medical science will come up with. We've made great inroads into breast cancer, and the Australians, the rains. Australian scientists made huge leaped as far as a vaccine for women to prevent live your dash. Yeah, live your dash, the dash of life. Yes, I can't remember what it was, but it was a breakthrough. I just can't remember what it was. But there have literally been hundreds of millions of women vaccinated against this. Something to do with a vaginal infection or vaginal disease. No. It eludes me at the moment. But we have to live in hope. You've got to be ovarian cancer. Was it a cervical cancer? That's what it was. Thank you, Sean B. Yeah, something like that. Yes, it was. Something like that. Yeah, and that was done by some Australian scientists. Yeah. Yeah. That's, But yes, I like to put out some motivational videos. Even during these broadcasts, I try to put a little inspiration and motivation to people. You know, because as I said, there's always those who are doing it tougher than we are. Always. You know, we get down in the dumps and we think, oh, poor little me. Oh, everything happens to me. But there are always those far, far worse off. You know, when you think you've got 2 hands, 2 arms, 2 legs, you can do a myriad of things when there are people who haven't got those. Yes, that young boy without the arms, you know, he would be reliant on other people, a parent, a guardian, a carer for the rest of his life. Oh dear. Shy Gamer is live. You're going to watch. Thank you for the invitation, but not at present. First world problems. First world problems. Can you be a little bit more specific, Sean B? You don't mean third world problems? First world problems. Well, because I've got no tea, I'll have to have a drink of water. Come on, Sean B, answer me, please. What do you mean when people complain as if living in a third world country? Have you? Thank you very much. Not much to tell about that. My day, it was okay. You know, I've just had an okay sort of day. It's been wet all day, so I've virtually been stuck indoors. But I don't mind. If it's wet, nothing you can do about it. It's like complaining over spilt milk. What's the point? What's done is done. Get on with it. Same as life. Get on with it. G'day, Monique. You? Are you an Aussie? Oh, I had a lovely baked dinner because our younger son's come up to visit for the weekend, and we had a baked chicken, a baked vegetables, with gravy in it. It was lovely. Beautiful. Yup, yup. Oh, you're an Aussie. Where are you from, Monique? You? What state? I'm in New South Wales. There's always that little pregnant pause, isn't there, when you ask a question, because you've got to type things out. The gong! My sister lives down that area. She lives in Brownsville, in the south. I can't remember where my sister lives, but she's not far from Wollongong. Brownstown, Brownsville, something like that. Yes, near Dapto. Yeah, near Dapto. The Gong. Yes. Yeah, it is cool. And the weather's cool here tonight too. We've had a lot of hot weather lately. And it's only 23 degrees centigrade in my shed, which is 73 Fahrenheit. You know, that's not bad. Better than 92 Fahrenheit. Because I don't like the hot weather. I can't stand the hot weather. Wintertime can't come fast enough for me. Or the cooler weather anyhow. And what do you do, Monique? Are you a young woman? Do you still go to school, university? Do you work? Are you a stay-at-home mum? Oh, it's nothing unusual about it, really. It is the up here on the mid-north coast where I live, at Coffs Harbour. It's the wet season virtually, and the storm season. But yes, there's been some very bad weather. Down in Sydney's copped its fair share, down further south, down Wollongong and those areas too. Yes. But you look at Coles, good on you. No, good on you. Has there been much, many inquiries, if you know, about this salmonella outbreak amongst the salad items? It's been on the news for the last few days. Sort of puts you off buying pre-packaged salad items, doesn't it? It was about on Woolworths and Coles. Yes, I saw that. I saw that on the news tonight. 40 degrees. Wow. Yes. That's 105 Fahrenheit. I don't envy you, Sean. That's just too hot. You know, I've had on occasions, rarely, I bet you did, yeah. I've had it be 50 degrees centigrade in my shed. Doesn't happen often. That's 122 degrees Fahrenheit. In fact, the thermometer couldn't go up any higher. Man, that's hot, isn't it? 50 degrees C. Yes, it's just one of those things, isn't it? You know, the salmonella outbreak. You know, as I said, it puts you off buying pre-packed salad items. And then there's been the 4 cruise ships of late that have had outbreaks of gastroenteritis. I'd never go on a cruise ship. So I seem to have problems. What do I do with myself? I'm retired. I'm nearly 68 years of age. I've been retired for a few years. I'm a writer. I've written 5 novels. I've got 2 works in progress, some short stories. I've got a YouTube channel with over 300 uploads. I broadcast on YouNow. I'm a keen, I love camping. I like inland fishing. Getting hot, isn't it? 100 Fahrenheit. But do you have high humidity? Because it's a high humidity here in the mid-north coast that really knocks me around. It can be 100 degrees, but it can be a dry heat, and that's totally different. Well, Monique, that's I have a very diverse channel. I try a lot of things just to see if they'll work. I've made some comedy videos. And I've made motivational videos, I've made how-to videos, I do welding and that sort of thing. I try different things to see what's going to work and what's not. What genre books? Fiction with supernatural themes mainly. Yeah, very dry, no humidity. Well, it is my ambition to get a big Murray cod. I said this before. My channel's called John Hampton, the man from Oz. Yes, I've been an inland fisherman for about 50 years, and I want to catch a big cod because they go up to 200 pounds. I don't want to eat it. I just want to catch it, land it. Yeah, it has a great mud nest video. Yes, the mud nest video was a short video uploaded. A mud bird nest hit me on the head. You know, one of the nests made by the peewees or mudlarks. Yes, I'm married. Been married nearly 42 years. Got 2 adult sons, 31 and 34. Yes, and I've got the GoPro camera on my cap when I'm fishing down the river, inland river, and when I catch, well, they're mostly carp, but sometimes I land a native fish. I've caught some small cod, you know, not legal size, so I let them go. And but the carp are good fun, European carp. They infest the rivers, but they're good fun, unlike here. But you can't put them back in the river. It's illegal to do that. I don't want to put them back anyhow because they're pests. So if the ground's soft enough, I'll dig a hole and bury them. But if not, I'll just put them away for the feral animals to take care of them, and they will. But yes, if I catch a big cod or any cod, you'll see it. I'll upload a video about it. 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you, Monique. I'll return the favour. I don't have to have a fishing licence because I'm on a pension, and pensioners don't need to have a fishing licence. Their pension card is proof enough. But anyone else, except for native people, the Aboriginal people, they don't need one either. I think it costs, I'm not sure what it is, but it's a combination. You have to have a license even to fish saltwater, and so it's a combination of the two. If you've got the license, you can fish. You own a pontoon boat. I don't own a boat at all. But yeah, see, when you both my wife and I received the age pension, although we are somewhat self-sustained, and things like that, like the fishing licence or the pension card is your fishing licence, but we also get our driver's licence renewed for free. Okay, Sean B, see you shortly. And vehicle registration is free. You have to pay for the third-party insurance and comprehensive insurance, but yeah, it helps. Every little bit helps. And you get reductions in electricity bills and phone bills and those sort of things. So yes, my wife and I are very comfortable, but we've worked hard for many, many years. Pardon me. And what do you do with your pontoon boat? Double X rat? Do you go out and sail? Do you fish in from it? I've often thought of buying myself a little trout fishing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've done a little bit of trout fishing. Not a lot. A little bit. This is years ago. Years and years ago. It's I'm not a great fan of trout to eat. I think they're tasteless by themselves. If you put some sort of filler in them, inside them, something with some herbs and spices, and that, I suppose, all right. But I'm not a great fan of trout flesh. But most of the fish I catch, except the European carp, I let go. I got no tea at all. But you see, the funny thing is, I live 5 kilometres west of the South Pacific Ocean, or the Tasman Sea. Oh, Yappy's here. Hello, Yappy. Welcome. And I don't do any fishing, any saltwater fishing at all. No. Yeah, I like some music. I really haven't got a favourite fishing spot. I go to a couple of spots on the Lachlan River out near Forbes, New South Wales. But that's on Crown land. We can camp there and that. But it's no, I haven't really got a favourite fishing inland spot. I try and find new spots. I go and camp on the top of the mountain on my cousin's property for 7 or 8 weeks, and then I go off looking for somewhere on the river to go fishing. And I'm going to try a spot out near Condobolin. Someone suggested to me there's a good spot out near Condobolin, and I'm going to try that this year, weather permitting. Thank you, Yappy. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, yeah. But yes, as I say, it depends on the weather, because if you get a lot of rain, you've got to be very careful going off-road in some of these bush tracks. Even with a 4-wheel drive, you'll get bogged very easily. And because I go alone, I've got to be extra careful, because it can be very hard to get a vehicle out of a bog unless you've got a winch, which I don't, because I can't mount a winch on the front of my 4-wheel drive. So no grandchildren, unfortunately. That's my wife's very disappointed about that. Both boys have girlfriends, but they're not interested in having children. They say you don't miss what you never have. I don't know, but yes, my wife's very disappointed about that. She wanted to be a grandmother. Yes, Yappy's very popular and he's a good bloke. I've watched a few of his broadcasts. He's a very nice man. And I've never once heard him use a profanity. I like that a lot. I don't like watching broadcasts where people swear. No, I've got all the time in the world for Yappy. Yes, he's a very nice man. I'd like to meet him in person, but I'm afraid it'll never happen. But, I could certainly recommend you watch his broadcast. I was watching a broadcast here. Oh, you're welcome, my friend. No, you're a terrific bloke. I mean, I only know you through your broadcast, but I can feel that you're a good bloke. The way you pay attention to what's being commented and the way you reply, no, you're a good bloke. Thank you. Yeah, as I said, I cannot stand profanities on social media. And I don't understand some of the broadcasts here on YouNow that the F word is, well, it's used just about every second word. I turn off quick smart. No. And I like the music Yappy plays in the background too. Whereas some of the other broadcasts, the music's so loud. I mean, I wear hearing aids and I got this, well, I got to go off. I can't stand it. And yet some of these broadcasters just seem to ignore the people who are watching. They, do I have a TV on? No, I haven't got a TV on. You're talking about my glasses. It's the monitor. No, I've got a TV here, but no, it's not on. No, I wouldn't have TV on while I was broadcasting. It'd be rude. Good. That's very good, because I know all about depression, as I told you. Oh, I'm looking. I try to look into the camera lens, but I always find I'm looking down because there's comments always coming in. Yeah, but I try to look into the camera. See right there. But no, I keep looking down. RADKEF. Okay, I'll have a look at one of his broadcasts. Yappy, thank you for that. Fair enough. Yeah. Now, I always, when someone fans me, I return the gesture. And I agree with you. There was a chap came onto Yappy's broadcast and he didn't say hello to him, and I think that's rude. And I agreed with him, and I know the bloke. I don't think that's right. I think if you join someone's broadcast, you should say hello to them. It's only manners. Just like Yappy, like everyone else did. They said hello. Doesn't take anything to say hello. But some people, you know what some people are like. No. Are you talking to me, Monique? Do I have flybys? No. No. Can't be bothered with them. No. Don't have a credit card either. My wife and I have never had a credit card. Never needed one. We worked hard. If we wanted something, we saved our money for it and paid cash, or we put it on lay-by. Oh, we borrowed money to buy our first house, of course. That's only natural. But no, I've never had a credit card. I think credit cards I think they invite people to become in debt very easily. And then, you know, they get another credit card to pay the interest on that credit card, and so it spirals. So be very careful with credit cards. I have a debit card. I have a Visa debit card, but so I can buy things online. Never had a credit card. And now, my wife and I, we usually pay cash for everything we get done. We're getting ducted air conditioning into the house. We finally had enough of this hot weather, and we decided to get ducted air conditioning in the house. And it wasn't cheap, but I'm not going to mention how much it was, but we're going to pay cash for that. Because I think tradespeople deserve to be paid in cash. You know, I don't like people to send bills. You'll be on vacation for 9 days. Where are you going to? I'm going away about the end of May. The Bahamas. That should be nice. Yeah, that should be very nice. Can you hear the rain? It's getting a bit heavier now. Yes, yes, we finally got fed up with it, Yappy. We've got fans in most rooms, and they sort of circulate the air, but my wife and I sat down and said, look, we're a bit sick and tired of this heat and humidity, and we're getting too old for it. Let's get the place air conditioned. And so we're doing it. It's going in on the, I think the 18th and 19th of this month. Where am I going, Monique? I'm going bush. Have you heard of a town called Grenfell in New South Wales? Is it? Okay. Does it get very hot there, does it, Yappy? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's reverse cycle too, so we can have the warmth during the winter. Oh, you have heard of Grenfell? Well, I've got a lot of relatives in Grenfell. Grenfell, for all those watching, is the birthplace of a very famous poet called Henry Lawson, and it was also one of the major areas of the gold rush during the 1850s, 50s, 60s, and so on. A lot of gold taken out of the Grenfell area. It's in the southwest slopes and plains area of New South Wales. And so that's where I'm going, Monique. My cousin has a property a little bit out on the Orange Road. From Grenfell, about 8k out on the Orange Road. Yes, yes, it is, Yappy. It is true. We have very hot summers here, and it's even hotter out west. But yes, my cousin has a property there, and he has a mountain on the property, and I go and camp on top of the mountain. And no, my wife won't go camping anymore. No, we used to go camping a lot when we were first married, but that was a long time ago, and she prefers to stay at home. In fact, she can't wait to get rid of me for the 3 months. So I go and camp on the top of the mountain for 7 or 8 weeks, and then I go fishing for a little while, for about a month. If I was to stay home, she'd probably say, what are you staying home for? I am going to broadcast when I'm on top of the mountain. Yeah. I've got a portable Wi-Fi unit that gives me access to the internet, and I post pictures on Facebook, and I upload short videos to YouTube, and I will do a broadcast or two or whatever from the top of the mountain. Oh, she probably does miss me, yes, but see, it gives her an opportunity to rearrange the house without me being around. So it's when she rearranges the house, she rearranges things in the house, and she's got stuff everywhere. So yeah, for that reason, she can't wait to get rid of me. And but it doesn't hurt for husband and wife to have time separated from each other, and because we've been married for so long, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. But no, she won't go camping with us. Even though I don't rough it anymore. I've got my generator, and I've got a microwave and toaster, electric light, electric blanket. But I need the generator to charge the batteries on the cameras and charge the battery on the Wi-Fi unit and run the laptop. Change the licks. Yes, it does. Apps makes it hard close wonder. Change the locks. That's a good one. I'll give you that one there. That's very good. Change the locks. Yeah, you had me there. Licks. Change the licks. But that wouldn't bother me. No, I just fold out my unit on the back of my four-wheel drive, and I'd bed down there until she changed the locks back again, or gave me a key to the new ones. No, I've loved the great outdoors since I was a kid. I fell in love with the bush when I was before I was 10, because my uncle had a property, and when I first visited there, I thought, oh wow, you know, the isolation and that. I met my wife at a 21st birthday party of a friend's, and our eyes sort of met, and our auras attracted each other to one another, and that was it. And that was in 1970. We got married in 1974, but we dated for a while and got engaged a couple of years later. And yeah, it'll be 42 years, June 15th, this June 15th. Sort of found our kindred spirits in our life. You know, sometimes people are fortunate enough to find their kindred spirit. And yeah, I can tell you, I was as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs when I asked her out on the first date. Yes, we have two boys, 31 and 34, two adult boys. I call them boys, but they're men, they're adult men. In fact, our youngest, he doesn't live here in Coffs Harbour, he lives down at Port Macquarie, 200 kilometres south. And he's visiting for the weekend. They're up there now, but I came here to do the broadcast, and I did watch a repeat of the first episode of the X-Files, the new X-Files. They do, don't they? Long marriages do seem rare these days. Well, those people have been married a lot longer than us. So who knows? We might hit 50 years, 60 years. Who knows? 50 years. Yeah, that'll be another 8 years. I'll be 76. I'll still be going strong. Yeah. Hopefully. Touch wood. My desk is made of wood. Well, it's got a wood edging to it. Yeah. Thank you, Yappy. Thank you. Yes, time has went so fast, but I can't believe I'm nearly 68 years of age. It's gone so. I've been married for so long. They say you don't get that 42 years for murder, or double murder, but no. Yes, at my man cave. Yes, this is my fortress of solitude. Doesn't stop my wife coming down here though, and she's got her office in the house. Yes. So we all have our sort of shared office, men, women cave. So I'd be lost without a shed. I really would. I couldn't do this in the house. No, I'm comfortable down here. Yes. Now I've got, well, you can see the back here, there's a lot of stuff in this shed, but you haven't seen what's over here. stuff. But everything's handy, you know. Everything's handy. My wife, she loves to crochet. She's been doing the family tree and other members of the associated families for over 25 years. She's on. She's a member of Ancestry.com. She's a very keen gardener. Well, it's pretty organised, yes. I think there should be a place for everything and everything in its place. And I can always tell when my wife comes down here and borrows a tool, because I can see it's missing. Yeah. But it's a little bit of a mess at the moment. I've got a bench over here that's a little bit messy. It's got my TIG welder on it, and I've got some other things there as well. It's just looking a tad untidy, but it's my place. I still know where everything is. You know, someone comes down. What I hate is when either my wife or my son, or elder boy who lives here in Coffs, comes and borrows something. I don't mind them borrowing a tool, but they don't bring it back. You know, I said to my wife, "There's a screwdriver missing." She said, "Oh, is there? Oh, I must have left it in the office, or I left it in the house." I don't like that. It's Shy Gamer is back. Yes, yeah, I don't like that. You know, my oldest boy's he makes a regular habit of doing that. I'll lend him a drill, or I'll lend him a saber saw, or I'll lend him something or other, and I say, "You bring it back as soon as you finish about it," but I got to keep asking him to bring it back. I don't like to do that. I used to lend books to people, but I don't lend books to people anymore, because they would never bring them back, and you'd always have to ask for them back, and when you got them back, they would have the pages flipped over, you know, turned over and creased, mark their spot. I hate that. It doesn't take much to get a toothpick or a piece of paper or something to use as a bookmark. I hate having my pages turned back on my books. You know, I've got thousands of books, my wife and I have thousands of books, because we're very avid readers, and I cannot stand that. That really annoys me. But people, some people. So yes, I will not lend my books to anyone. Oh, my wife can read, but she won't read what I read. See, I like fiction, and Stephen King's my all-time favourite author. Oh, I've got other authors, Dean Koontz, and other authors as well, but no, she doesn't read my books, but I can read some of hers. I like books set in early England. It can be the 19th century, the 18th century, 17th century, whatever. I'm reading a book at the moment called Heartstone. It's about a lawyer, a young lawyer called Sergeant Shardlake. And I don't know, Yappy, your place looks fairly organised to me, but I haven't seen the rest of it. Yeah, so I forgot what I was saying. I can't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, the books I read. Yeah, my wife won't read my books, but I can read some of hers. Early English books. Yeah, and because you can learn a lot from those, because a lot of the books are based on the history of the time, and you can learn a lot about history. I've always had a thirst for knowledge. I'm self-taught mainly. I hated school. Once I learned to read and write, I thought, that's it, I'm out of here. No, I had to go to school for 13 years, didn't I? Primary school, high school. Funny thing is, I'm a writer, and I'm very good at English and grammar now, but when I was at school, I was lousy. I didn't like English. I like maths, because I've always had a head for numbers. Algebra, which is part of the maths. Couldn't understand geometry. Couldn't understand science, couldn't see the sense of it. What good was it going to do me for the rest of my life? Like woodwork, metalwork and tech drawing. Wasn't that keen on geography, but since I left school, I've learnt more than I would ever learn in school. That's what little Miss Murder keeps saying. She knows more than me, but no, I don't think she does. She only thinks she does. She's only 19. Her brain's still developing, and that's true. She might know something more about something, but in general knowledge, she couldn't hold a candle to me. Because, see, I've always had an interest in the history of weapons and warfare because I'm a hunter and shooter. I've been a firearm owner for a long time. And when you read up about the history of weapons and warfare, you learn about history. You can't help but learn about history. Because history is full of conflict. And conflict usually involves weapons of some sort. Whether it be from a club, a mace, a crossbow, a spear, onto the first matchlock rifles, then the flintlock, and then the pinfires, centerfires, rimfires, so on and so forth. Okay, Mama Luke, no worries. I'm thinking of calling the quits anyhow because it's getting on a bit. Not that I'm really tired, but I think I've been on for an hour 36. The time really flies. I know Yappy could testify to that. I saw one of his broadcasts. He's been on for over 4 hours. Man deserves a medal. No, but he's a good bloke. I can understand why people flock to his broadcast. He's a genuine good guy. And there's not many of us left, Yappy. No, there's plenty of good people out there. I've met a lot of good people on these broadcasts. That's why I enjoy doing them. No, I don't smoke. No. I did smoke a long time ago. I started smoking when I was 17, but I gave up, and Wichelle is here. Hello, Wichelle. But I gave up many, many times, and I quit for good over 20 years ago. And but 15 years later, I was diagnosed with emphysema. Go figure, eh? There are no guarantees in life. Now, I'm not saying that smoking wasn't the cause of my emphysema. It may well have been. It could have been air pollution, the reason my late mother-in-law succumbed to emphysema in her later years. It could have been the combination of the two, or it couldn't have been any of that. Just one of those things. Thank you, Mama Luke. Thank you. No, I don't buy daily papers anymore. No. Used to when I was working. Used to buy the Daily Telegraph every morning. But no, I haven't read a newspaper. We get a free paper here in Coffs Harbour, but I haven't read it for ages. I'm just not interested in it anymore. Thank you, Mama Luke. Yeah. You see, this is the sort of thing I like. You see, Yappy says, hey, Wichelle. And Wichelle says, hello, Yappy. That's good. That's the way it should be. Not all these people just pop in and don't bother saying hello. I like it. It's friendly. Very friendly. And I think that's one of the main reasons I like doing the broadcast, because I've met so many people. And I've made a couple of good friends. Good enough to get their Skype contact and talk to them on Skype. So, you know, I love talking to people on Skype, one-on-one. Oh yeah, yes, that's very true, Yappy. There are many good people on here. Yes, it's a shame. I'm well. I'm okay, thank you. Yes, that's exactly right. Just have to find them, and there are a lot of them, aren't there? I'm fine, thank you, Wichelle. I was hoping Wild Kid Crazy would come on because I wanted to give him a shout out for becoming my 105th YouTube subscriber, but he's not here. But anyhow, I did thank him with a comment. Yeah, like you. Yeah, Yappy is definitely a good person. Same here, Monique. Yes, lovely to meet you too. And we don't really live that far apart, do we? What about 600-700 kilometres? Yeah, Yappy's rad, absolutely. Yes, I agree there. All the time in the world for Yappy. All the time. Oh, look, I think I might call it quits anyhow. I've been on for an hour 40. And, yeah, ciao. Ciao for now. So I might, Sorry if I'm growing a little bit. I've had something wrong with my ribs. It's my longest broadcast. I think it was close to 2 hours, Yappy. I think an hour 54. I think it's about the longest I've gone. Okay, Double X Red. Yeah, but as I said, I know you've been on for 4 hours or so. And that was a bit of a marathon. But see, the thing, Yappy, is that I do these broadcasts. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I sort of rely on the comments to come through, so you can have a flow-on effect. You can start talking about things. 4 hours. Quite an achievement, my friend. 4 hours. But I suppose if you've got the people there, and exactly, it depends on the people who are coming in. That's what it all depends on. It gives you something to go on with. And that's the important thing. 10 hours. Were you part of a sleeping squad? 10 hours. Holy smoke, Yappy. 10 hours. What did you do for 10 hours? He was 48 hours. 48 hours. Sleeping squad. Right. 48 hours. No, I couldn't do it. I'd end up falling asleep in front of the camera. So I would be a sleeping squad, wouldn't I? Not sleeping, a marathon. Wow. Were they trying to raise funds for something? Was it for a special cause? Or were they trying to set a record? Broadcast marathon. Right. Right. Yeah, okay. Well, good on them. Good on them. It wouldn't be easy for 48 hours. Jeez, I admire that. No, that's incredible. 48 hours. Wow. Well, look, it's been great. I'm not. No, I'll never do that either. No. I suppose if someone, if I became really popular, if someone asked me to do a long broadcast for a good cause, I'd certainly try it. I'm sure you would too, Yappy. You got a job. Yes, yes, you work in the kindergarten. That's right, isn't it? To raise funds, yeah. As I said, you're a good man. The world needs more of you, Yappy. Absolutely. You run your own school. That's wonderful. In Japan. No, kind words, true words. Never true words spoken. No, you're a terrific bloke. I really admire you. I really do. That's why I pop in on your broadcast, to see how you're getting on. I really like the way you handle your broadcast. You're a genuine fellow. A damn good bloke. And I'm going to say good night, my friends. Thank you for tuning in to my broadcast. I'll probably be back tomorrow night. Who knows? I usually am. Sometimes I do a broadcast in the early afternoon. But yeah, same to you, Yappy. Yes, you have a good night. Thank you very much, OC Landman. And I should be back tomorrow night. And have a good day, have a good morning, have a good evening, whatever applies to you all. And thank you again for being part of this this broadcast. I appreciate it very much. Take care, everyone, and bye for now. Now, thank you too, Yappy. Bye for now, everyone. Toodles.